Yes, before we go further, just one thing I would like to mention about, not connected to this class in particular, but about the culture of how we should be in the class. And this is one issue that is there that we find in all ISKCON temples everywhere. There is a great need to value the Bhagavatam class as something that we should take seriously. So yes, devotees take the trouble to come all the way to the temple, which is really nice. But there is a certain etiquette out of respect for the Srimad Bhagavatam also. That is that we must come in time and we must not leave in between. We have a choice to come or to not come. Nowadays, fortunately, the electronic internet facilities available we can see online. Of course, it is always better to come physically and hear. That is much better than hearing on the internet. That is the authentic way of hearing. Sit physically in the association of devotees and hear. Even though the internet hearing is also very effective, but a part of the vibrations and the whole atmosphere is lost. Here we're sitting in front of the deities, sitting in the association of devotees, and here we don't have freedom. All the devotees take that freedom. You can't do anything. If you're sitting at home on the internet, you can be multitasking, you can do any other thing, you can be texting, you can be sleeping, lying down, you can be relaxing, spreading your legs out, you can be doing anything. But in the temple, you're sitting in a certain way, you have to pay attention, you cannot look at your mobile phones, you cannot be talking with somebody else, you can't be sleeping. So the overall vibrations, etc., they are much better, much more conducive. So coming to the physical association of devotees is wonderful. It is better than hearing at home. Hearing at home should be when you can't come for some reason. And that is of course there because everyone has their limitations. They have so many responsibilities, which is understandable. So we encourage everyone to come for the class. But when you come for the class, please try to see that you come in time. Now that you have decided to come, you make sure you come in time. Because if it doesn't, then people keep coming one after the other, it disturbs the whole class. Everyone's attention is diverted, the speaker's attention is also diverted, the speaker's thought flow is disturbed. Then everyone, as they come in, they take time to settle down, select a place where they will sit. And then in the meanwhile, the reverse traffic also starts. People start leaving. So this in and out free flow, this is the class going on for Srimad Bhagavatam. It's not just some ordinary thing where we just walk in and walk out as we please. That is not the way it should be done. Yes? So we must have that discipline. I was sharing with a few devotees the other day that one of our sannyasis was mentioning that the only time nobody ever walked out of his class when they were on a cruise. And this is really a problem in our whole movement. Sometimes I have seen Bhagavatam speakers getting very annoyed. Because suddenly someone sitting right in front of you just gets up and walks away 10 minutes into the lecture. So if he had something to do, he should have known earlier. So he should not have come for the class, but he should have at least been at the very back, so he could have just slipped out. But it's a disturbance. It shows, it reflects that there is some lack of understanding or lack of, respect for the Bhagavatam. That you can simply just get up and walk out anytime you like, just coming, going. This is not the system. So I'm not discouraging devotees from coming. I'm encouraging. But encouraging that we should have this discipline. Coming and sitting and hearing. Somehow because devotees see other people doing it, they also think it's alright to do it. And then everybody starts doing it, it becomes the established norm, the culture. So it is quite acceptable now to just come in and go out anytime we like. Yes? Only if there's something urgent, of course. If there's a fire, something happening, then you can't say, well, Bhagavatam class we have to say. So we have to use our common sense. There may be some urgent things that happen, all right, then, but not just whimsically. Plan ahead of time. And your children also, keep them at one place. If you think they're going to create a disturbance, then be elsewhere.
We have to shift the car, quarter to 9.
Sorry?
9 to 5. Car parking problem here. So when we park the car, come here, nearly 5 to 9, then you want to shift it. You can sit one park.
Okay, so car park, so whatever. I mean, when you come, you have to make your arrangements. You have to make your plans and do it. Because if you walk out in the middle of the class, then that causes a disturbance. Do you all agree with this?
Yes. Yes.
Any disagreements?
No.
Sorry?
100%.
100%. So we have to respect the Bhagavatam and we have to respect this Vyasasana. The Vyasasana remains. The speakers will come and go. There will be different speakers sitting on this Vyasasana on different days. So it is a Vyasasana, it is the seat of Vyas. It's the message of the Bhagavatam, the book itself. And it is also a respect to all the assembled devotees. To come and sit and not leave. Any comments, questions on this point?